Okay, this is my third video in a row. Oh my God, I'm on a roll here. But Andrea had a similar question about, she's got some concerns about these drugs, and she wanted to know why I took the drugs and why I stopped and that sort of thing. So I just wanted to sort of address that a little bit, Andrea. So, you started out by saying you took an antidepressant and it gave you tinnitus. I don't want to be one to blame the drug or to say the drug is innocent either, is right or wrong. I'm guessing if you took an antidepressant, you may have also had some other problems. You had some stress in your life, and, keep in mind there's some possibility that it was the anxiety that caused tinnitus and not the drug. Maybe you're sure it's the drug. I don't know. But just want to bear in mind, sometimes we're not able to always trace exactly why we got tinnitus. A lot of times it can be a number of factors leading up to us getting it. Like we had a lot of loud music before, but then the anxiety sort of set it off, and then suddenly you had the anxiety. But it might have been at the same time you started taking the antidepressant. So you may be convinced that what I just said is not right, and it was definitely the antidepressant. But I'm just giving you that might be one possibility. Now, your last question was about, you said, sorry to continue this conversation, but it's very important to me. Did you take it too long? So I did not have a case where I took a drug for too long and then got tinnitus. There was one drug I took called trazodone, and if there was one that gave me tinnitus, it was that one, because I had been having a lot of trouble sleeping and I had anxiety, really bad in both cases. And I took trazodone and then I got tinnitus. But, it's hard for me to say, well, it was just the trazodone. Maybe it was a factor that led me to getting it. But I think, come to think about it, even a year or two before I had this, I remember hearing a ring in my ear occasionally, but it wasn't very noticeable at all. So I probably already had it a little bit. So I'm not going to blame the trazodone. Now, you said you're on an antipsychotic, and that can be really good for sleeping. I'm not sure if that's why you take it. But yeah, antipsychotics can have a similar effect to antidepressants. And sometimes people will take like an antidepressant in the daytime and then an antipsychotic at night to sleep. And sometimes I think, I'm not a medical doctor, so I can't say that I'm not as good as they are, but I think sometimes antipsychotics can be substituted for antidepressants because they have some similar effects to help people to calm down, and yeah. So you said, I had tinnitus, just say my doctor doesn't want to risk it. Yeah, I understand about that. Most important, I guess, is just that you have a plan to have less anxiety and sleep better. It can take some time, and that it can seem like it takes a long time, especially when you're not feeling very well and your life has been changed. And I understand, but there's so much you can do. Have you tried magnesium, by the way? Magnesium, there's a powder form you can put in your drink, and it like water, and it kind of sizzles. That can be really great for anxiety too. Are you taking enough vitamin D? It's been proven that people who have low levels of vitamin D can have problems with anxiety. It can take about 3 to 6 months to get back to good vitamin D levels, so you have to take it for a while. But it's cheap, and you might want to consider getting on some vitamin D. 200 IU. I think some people take as much as 5 2,000, not 200, 2,000 IU. And I think some people might take as much as 5,000 IU. Vitamin D, magnesium. These are two really easy ones you can do that are very safe. You can check me, do your own research, although don't research and then get anxious like I did. But these are two that should be very, very safe, and they can help you with your anxiety. And then what else? Get enough exercise. That'll be good for sleep and anxiety. Don't go crazy, but make sure you're not sitting there all the time. Move. Get up and walk around. Move. Talk to people. Do some things that will lead you to have less anxiety too. Say nice things. If you're having some crazy thoughts, write them down. And that helps your brain to process them. And then start making a to-do list every day. Every day make a to-do list of things you want to try to do. It doesn't matter if you don't do them all, but if you just do it every day, it starts programming into your brain how you're going to be in the future. So those are a few things that can kind of get your brain in a better place. I mean, it's all about getting your brain in a good place, and you won't have anxiety and you will sleep. So even if there's something wrong with you, you can not have anxiety or less, and you can sleep much better. So I'd rather you not take the drugs either. I didn't want to take them. So why did I stop? Well, how long did I take them? So I went through some different drugs for the first 3 or so months where I couldn't sleep. Terrible anxiety. So I did the trazodone, I did hydroxyzine. I hated the trazodone. The hydroxyzine worked for a while, and then it completely stopped working for the sleep. I did some over-the-counter sleep medications. I did magnesium. I did, what's that one to help you go to sleep? Melatonin. Didn't do much for me. I did some herbal supplements. I never did a lot of anything, but I tried a lot of different things. And then when I got in a really bad place, I would do the Ativan, and I was scared. I was anxious that was causing me to have, I would get addicted and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't. And I never took a large amount. And then they said, well, you can't stay on Ativan forever. You're going to have to take an antidepressant, which I did. That had to have been at least 6 months, maybe a little longer. And I took the sleep medication. And that one, had more side effects when I did the research, which it's not good to research because that gave me more anxiety. I was Googling what could go wrong, But then I got off of it too, and I just micro-adjusted. I think I got as high as like 75 or 67.2 or something like that, and 2.5. And then I would cut the tablets, and then it'd be like 50, and then 47 and 45, and I just slowly got off of these drugs, and then I got confidence from it because I was like, wow, okay, I'm still okay, and I'm sleeping. So yeah, it was my goal to not use drugs for a long time, for a long length of time. So I got off of them, and I'm doing pretty good. So that's what I can share with you about your question. Yeah.